Teletubbies is a children's television series that aired from 1998 to 2001, and I absolutely loved watching as a kid. So let's take a look at the dark side of the Teletubbies territory. So here's the scary story behind the Teletubbies. But did you know that the characters are actually like 10 feet tall? Oh my goodness, just imagine. And it says they are supposed to be humanoids of toddler-like proportions. They're described as 4 colorful child-like creatures. So the sun is the face of a baby, and they have freaking TVs in their stomach. And there's this super creepy theory about the show. So apparently the Teletubbies are supposed to be based on these 4 children who died in an asylum called Lala Land, which was apparently located in Bulgaria. Lala is based on a patient whose face was deformed. It was permanently stretched in the shape of a smile. She was locked in a cold room for years. She was isolated, which made her lose her mind. She would dance to no music. She couldn't speak their language anymore. Anything she'd say would make no sense whatsoever, and due to her literally being locked in that room for many years and not getting any sunlight, her skin turned yellowish. Now, Tinky Winky also had that everlasting smile. He was deaf as well, and he would always hit his head against the wall super hard, which actually made them lock him outside, tied him to the fences. So he was always out there and got frostbite that made him turn blue. According to the theory, these kids were absolutely abused and mistreated. Oh my goodness, this place was just horrible. So Dipsy was also deformed at birth, and just like the others, he couldn't speak either because he was never taught, you know. He was a very sick child, very weak, and nobody ever bothered to even try and help him. Like, they never had a doctor check on him. They just didn't want to spend the money or time on him. He couldn't even eat, and when he did, he would just throw up a lot. After he would spend days laying in his own vomit. What? Those people were absolutely horrible. Oh my god. This series is so dark. So this boy spent his whole life hungry because nobody ever bothered to help him or give him anything to eat. Now lastly, there was Po. Her real name was Polia. She was abandoned at birth due to her deformity. Some versions will say that the building actually got on fire and they just left her behind. They forgot about her. What? Like, how could you forget a child? Others will say she was asleep one day and thrown into the fire by accident. How does that happen? This is so messed up. If this is really true story. So there's so many theories, but yeah, apparently according to the legend, these 4 kids were absolutely mistreated. They were abused, they were so unhappy, they were like looking for a way out, of course. So this whole thing just messed with their heads. It would mess anyone up, especially a child. So their only escape was their TV. And once they threatened to take the TV away from them as a punishment, the people at the asylum threatened to take away the TV, and that's when they absolutely lost it. That was their escape from life, a horrible life. So they were desperate, they were freaking the hell out. Okay, now this is about to get extremely gross. They were so desperate that they cut their stomachs open and tried to attach the TV inside their stomach. Other versions will say that they just swallowed the pieces, all in hopes that they would still be able to watch TV. This is so sad and so creepy. There's a theory that says that the Teletubbies is actually a show that takes place in the future. A future where technology has completely taken over. So what are they supposed to be? Aliens? Anyways, let me know your thoughts, and have you ever heard of this theory before? Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video. Bye.